From Montana's news leader, this is the MTN Noon News.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for joining us on your MTN statewide news this Tuesday. I'm Jeanelle Slade. Well, Vice President Mike Pence roared in, rallied, and then left Montana in just a few hours yesterday. He came to support Senator Steve Daines, Governor Greg Gianforte, and State Auditor Matt Rosendale, who's running for Gianforte's current U.S. House seat. Now, hundreds came out to listen to the vice president as he touted the Trump administration's first-term accomplishments. In an interview with MTN, Vice President Pence gave a ringing endorsement for Senator Daines.
Right after getting this president reelected, we need 6 more years of Senator Steve Daines in the United States Senate. And we need a strong conservative voice in the governor's office and in the Congress for Montana.
Now, Governor Steve Bullock, the Democrat hoping to unseat Daines, said of the vice president's visit, quote, "I want to welcome Vice President Pence to Montana. Throughout this pandemic, I've worked closely with the vice president to advocate for Montana when it comes to PPE testing materials and the resources we need." Now, Greg Gianforte's opponent, Democrat Lieutenant Governor Mike Cooney, spoke with MTN's Victoria Hill earlier this morning and questioned the vice president's motivation for the visit.
I mean, it's always good to have people with the stature of the vice president come to the state and spend time here. You know, I also think that he was here on a political mission, originally scheduled to be at a fundraising by believers of QAnon. And I know my opponent has never addressed whether or not he believes QAnon is a legitimate thing.
Also at the rally, Crow Chairman A.J. Notafrade spoke. He says the tribe endorses President Trump and coal is a big reason why.
Crow asked this lineup to help, which in the last 4 years, President Trump had endorsed and amended, executed the Terra Act, which enabled the Crow tribe into permitting its own mineral resources. That's been a long time coming. Now it's just up to the tribe to walk through that door, as well as Vice President Pence telling the Crow the war on coal is over.
In Montana, a state-funded group opposed to the expansion of coal released a plan to address climate change. Last July, Governor Steve Bullock created the Montana Climate Solutions Council, asking the group to draft a plan for the state to combat climate change. In its new report, the group calls for Montana to reach total carbon neutrality by 2050. The council also wants the state to reduce its net greenhouse gas emissions in the electricity sector to 0%. The Montana Chamber of Commerce and Northwestern Energy opposed the plan. Well, it's now time to check in on the weather scene, smoky and hot. And Rob Griggs is here now to show us what's in store.
You'd think it would be late July or early August right now at the rate we're going. It's about time for fall weather to kick in just any old time, but we still have some smoke and heat to deal with. Let me show you what the air quality dots are looking like across the state. You notice places like Great Falls and Bozeman, Malta, Bernie out in eastern Montana doing pretty good. Places in green also doing pretty well, but places like Billings and Butte in the unhealthy zone, and then unhealthy to hazardous the further up to the northwest that you go. We've got air quality warnings in effect until Wednesday morning across much of western Montana and portions of central Montana, and you can see where all that smoke is happening all over the Pacific Northwest, and it's not going anywhere fast. We'll take a complete look at the statewide forecast in just a moment, Jeanelle.
All right, thanks so much, Rob. Well, the death toll from the western wildfires now stands at 36. Flames have already scorched more than 4.5 million acres of land. The biggest fires in Oregon and California started nearly a month ago. Friends and families are worried about 22 people missing in rural Oregon, but it's too dangerous to search for them. So much smoke and ash have accumulated in the air that it has reached the east coast of the U.S. And damage from wildfires is piling up, so is the bill to make repairs. It's estimated insured losses from California's fires could top the 2017 record of $13 billion. That year, the state was hit by 3 of the 5 most expensive fires in U.S. history. The now former University of Montana basketball player accused of strangling his girlfriend last month says he didn't do it. 20-year-old Nasim Gaskin pleaded not guilty to felony strangulation and partner family member assault yesterday. Charges were filed against the then Grizz player on August 21st after his girlfriend said he pinned her to a bed and strangled her during an argument. Gaskin was let go from the team and is no longer enrolled at UM. In Helena, bail is set at $100,000 for a former Carroll College student accused of raping 2 women and filming others in a campus bathroom. 22-year-old Connor Jones appeared in court on 20 total charges, including aggravated sexual intercourse without consent and sexual abuse of children. Authorities discovered videos of 16 different women using the bathroom, as well as 700 files of child pornography, including images of children under the age of 10. Carroll College officials call the case deeply disturbing and are conducting an internal investigation as well. Well, a hiker who shot and killed a Billings man will not face charges. Police say back in April, a man and his wife came across 43-year-old Chad Rockman and a friend stuck in an SUV south of Red Lodge. Now, the couple tried to help the duo when Rockman became agitated by the hiker's dog and threatened to kill it. The hikers walked away, but Rockman came after them with a stick. Now, the woman sprayed Rockman with bear spray, but he didn't stop, and that's when the man drew his handgun and shot Rockman. He said he feared Rockman wanted to kill him, and he would have tried to kill Rockman, and he would have gone after his wife. Now, Rockman's friend confirmed the couple's story, and the Carbon County attorney said the state would not be able to prove use of force was unjustified. Well, Yellowstone County health officials are now adding 2 more confirmed deaths to Montana's COVID-19 toll. The man and woman, both in their 90s, died in a Billings senior living facility in late August. So far, 52 people have died in the state's largest county. This brings the state's death count to 142 today. An additional 139 confirmed active cases are also reported today. Well, scientists with the University of Pittsburgh say they've discovered a new drug that could treat coronavirus and even prevent it. The researchers say they identified a small piece of an antibody that neutralizes the illness. They say the drug has been tested on mice and hamsters. The scientists published their findings yesterday. There's no word on when the drug could be available for human use. New York City Mayor Bill de Blasio says due to the COVID-19 pandemic, spectators will not be allowed to watch the 94th annual Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade from the streets. Mayor de Blasio says it will be televised and online. He promises a reimagined version of the iconic holiday event. The mayor noted he is looking forward to the parade's hopeful return in 2021. Well, up next on your statewide noon news, some good news if you're looking to buy a new home, and why you might want to consider new digs before renovation. But first, Rob Griggs is in next with all your statewide weather. We'll be